All praise the Creator. Peace and power to the tribe forever. Peace and power to you. That's just, decided to, turn something on brand new today. You know what I mean? What's this Akakor about? And just, peace to, the fan that's been surfing the wave. That's just, ain't never left one comment. Just, truly been a fly on the wall, man. Truly been buzzing around. I do feel you. I still feel you. I've been feeling you from day one. Like I said, man, I do this for the little homie with the headphones on in the back of the class, man. I feel you, little bro. You know what I'm saying? You being pushed and pulled in all directions, brought back into a black hole, being called, you know what I'm saying, all kinds of titles and adjectives, but no one is giving you your land. No one is telling you that you're standing on it. And that when you wake up, she wakes up. Your framer and your shaper. Now, what are they looking for when they came over here in these cities of gold? Cities of gold. Remember my bro, Tony Snow? Estebanico. Oh, Esteban, child of the sun, is Esteban the Moor. So now we can adjust our hijack meters, and we can really kind of wrap our minds around this. I mean, I remember breaking down the Moabite series and love to everyone, flowing through that. And, how the brother Asir, Duke of Tears, was breaking down the Civil War. It's like 300 years Civil War is already going down, between basically these Moors and these Moors, these cons and these cons. This tribe and that tribe, all copper-colored races found here by the European. But, when you really, look at these migrations and how they were rallying behind this Moor in the 1500s, then you add that 300-year Civil War to this and you get about the 1800s or 1776. He said that's, they were warring this 300-year war up until 1776, and then pretty much everyone got, everyone got it. But, it's interesting just tracing that 300-year situation with this Moabite, Morocco Civil War, this melanated Civil War that's already going down. They're calling them, dirty Moors and these Moors and those Moors, and we're all warring over here. And that 300 years seems to encompass Estevanico. I mean, it seems to go back to this particular Moor here. I mean, this definitely is some substantiating, journeying that we can dwell on right quick. So this is a journey of Mustafa Zimori from Azimur, Morocco, all right? Now, he died in Hawaku, New Mexico. He died in New Mexico. Well, let me sip my tea. This is about to get good. I'm nice and cozy, man. Thank y'all for all the love and all the energy, to give me the validation, to, keep, knowing what's up, man. I mean, simply plain. Sometimes you just got to know what's up. If it wasn't for y'all, I'd just, literally be in my own head. You know what I mean? So you giving me this outlet. I appreciate y'all letting me talk on y'all like this. And I think it's pretty dope what we're building together. So, yeah, so it's Estebanico the Moor. All right, Mustafa. All right, enslaved as a youth by the Portuguese. Now we're going to get into this Mendoza situation, right? So, but he was enslaved. So remember, so now they're being brought over to this new world looking for gold, cities of gold. Which cities? The 7 cities of Cibola. Remember, Cibola. Kalalis or Cibola. Kalalis also means promised land. According to this forbidden histories, left to Selma. All right, so I'm combining all these beautiful links and drop. We all in the library. We're about to get back in it. All right, but this is the Estebanico. This is your Esteban. This is your child of the sun. Remember how they were going crazy Esteban, Esteban, please make the sun come out. All through Europe, all these white people chasing Esteban, child of the sun, to make the sun come out. Well, yeah, now you understand he's melanated. He's a young brother. He's a Moor from Morocco. And they're chasing this melanated little brother to try to make him bring out their son. Because he has some connection with it. You know what I'm saying? And then my man, Urban Reed said, man, is that baby Jesus? Well, yeah, Black Jesus, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. We're just surfing the wave. We're talking about Esteban. We're talking about Stephen. Now I said, look, man, he died in Hawaku, New Mexico. Then we got some of this, before. Now we're going to tie it together. All right. Arabanized black or more. A generic term often used for anyone from North Africa. Okay, generic term. Right, that's what we're getting at. Describe his skin as brown. A contemporary of Estevanico who saw him in Senoleo in 1536 described his skin as brown. He was raised as a Muslim. So we got the Thoth energy, the sun, child of the sun. Let's go. But because Spain did not allow non-Catholics to travel to the New World, some historians believe he converted to Roman Catholicism. Though these claims remain dubious, he was sold to Andrés Dorantes de Carranza, a Spanish nobleman. All right. Dorantes took Estevanico as his slave on Panfilo da Narvaez expedition 1527 to colonize Florida and the Gulf Coast. Many books claim Estevanico became the first black person from Africa known to have landed in present continental United States. Now wait a minute, let's break this down. As I said, my tea. Estevanico. We're just talking about Esteban. We're going to get right back into it. But look to my brother Tony Snow, man. We can dig a little deeper. Now, they came to conquer Florida. Now, Florida, compassed a larger area than they put it on the map today. That was pretty much a big chunk right there of, so-called the continental United States. Now, he's the first black person from Africa, not the first so-called black person or copper-colored person here. So don't get it twisted with the wordplay. But he's saying from Africa, describing the Morocco. So either it's a complete farce. I'm willing to accept it's complete bullshit, no problem. Or this author or this researcher is saying that this Estevanico was the first Moor to really kick this shit off. And then their civil war happened. And then that led up into 1776, where that brother Azir Ducatir said the civil war ended with these Moors against these Moors. So this seems like this particular Moor was kicking it off from so-called Africa, right? Known to have landed in presence. He was the first one. Was he the first one? And then they claimed it as Morocco. Remember, hold up. How did I say that? Map of a maxim. That's pretty good. Maybe this one's better. Wow. Right. The Moors wanted all. Everything is Morocco. The other map we have, of course, said this is northeast or northwest Amexem. And this is northeast Amexem. And this is the whole of Amexem or Atlantis. And it's all about the Moroccan Empire. Oh, and this big chunk South America is all ham. And this big chunk North America is all ham. It's all for the Canaanite. See, they got a problem with your Messiah, Joshua, who led you into the promised land. Now they got a different Joshua that they, say is going to come back after 2,000 years. But your Joshua led you into the promised land and kicked them back over here Then they come back with who? Estevanico the Moor? How'd that set off around the Columbus 1492? How'd that all clock off with them coming back over here again? Now Civil War breaks out until 1776. You got the treaties of peace and friendship. Now they made treaties with the invader, making the invasion, locking your ass up. Now you're a prisoner of war. And most of them ain't never been into slavery, captivity, none of that shit. They've been laying low. Now they want you to wake up and claim everything back from Morocco for Atlantis. Atlantis was crushed by the Creator. For the Creator. For you. Run back into that black hole. Again, I do this for the little homie with the headphones in the back of the class to tell you, nah, man, you ain't got to fall back into a black hole. Wake up. The picture don't look like this. They found you here. And these melanated brothers of yours made treaties and helped them conquer you here. And you're the last tribe to wake up. You're the last one to wake up. Everybody know who they are but you. You can't recruit somebody into being a Moabite, and I can't recruit you into being the seed. You just have to be Morocco. Okay. We in that library. We are in that library, man. Come and get it, man. Freedom pies. Freedom pies, man. Freedom enchiladas, man. Come get it, man. Man, I'm having a great time getting, a lot of my space back to operate. I've been just going, man. I ain't seen nobody in the house, man. I've just been rocking. So, yeah, man, pull this joint up, man. Forbidden Histories. This is not that serious, but we're going to tie some stuff in. I'm going to tell you right now. Pull up the Chronicle of Akakor. Open it up. We're going to get in that as well. And, yeah, we got some new drop, man. Man, Francisco was all up in this one. The history of the American Indies, man. My brother King Drain's been all up in it, man. Just breaking it down from coast to coast, man. Please keep vibrating, man. Keep vibrating with the family that's doing it for you. Pull this up. 1540 to 1542, Mexico to the Grand Canyon of the Colorado. We're talking about the Coronado expedition. Pull it up. All right, man, we're going to have to get some of this at some point. The Catholic history of Alabama and the Floridas. Heroes and heroine fiction. Man. All right. This is just so much drop going on, and this is brand new. Today, I just put these 4 in. I love to teach, man. Y'all go subscribe and make sure you flowing with teach, man. We all are flowing and intertwining. It's a beautiful thing. Who's been dropping on the ecclesiastical law. Everything is wonderful as a comprehension, and you need everything you can get. You need every bit of comprehension you can get, being, the children of the law, the children of that earth law, the children of that which is forever. The law is a frequency. And the more we tune up, we understand and comprehend and understand that this law and everything to it is all a frequency. So we have to combine all of it, from the mental knowledge to the actual frequency that we're in. And we have to vibrate, we have to be the law. It's not just something that, we have to, learn. We just have to be it, you know what I'm saying? And by learning every bit, by getting what teachers dropping, by getting what Uno's dropping, and Hiram just dropped some more drop. Francisco, you already know. Arthur Scott, man, AD, by getting what the family's dropping. Isaac Ford's doing nothing but dropping, man. So much, man. You got so many great minds going into what you see today. So I love you all. You are my brethren. Nothing to it, no separation. You know what I mean? There is no time, you know what I'm saying? It just seems linear. We are together. Don't get it twisted. Native American law and colonialism. He was dropping some reference to that. So I just dug it up. I got, sort of one of those incomplete PDFs. So if you can get a better one, let me know. And anything to download, you see that says view PDF versus download. So these are downloaded right here in 432 to drop for you to download. These I'm looking for. If you see a view PDF, it just means I got like the Google or some link to view it, but I can't download it yet. So, but they're still up here for your viewing necessity. All right. The Rights of Indians and Tribes by Stephen L. Papal. You know, something tells me that's going to play major. White slavery, man. Love to get into the root of it all. Just dropped the part 2. Go check it out. White Slavery in the Barbary States by Sumners. And I love to King Drain, who just dropped this link on me, man. So love to you, brother. The Complete Outdoorsman Handbook. We're going to get back in that survival drop as promised. I'm looking for the Canterbury drop. But this will do for us to at least, know how to tie some ropes and do some cool, cool stuff, man. So pull up the links, man. Pull up the ones, man, that I said so. We'll be back in the library. And it's all real and it's all good for you, man. Let's flow. I'm just getting rid of this cough, man. It's one of them seasons. I know a lot of my family's going through it, man. So keep eating good. Try to, vibrate above all this chemical, desiccated blood and BS that they are just bombarding us with, man. Bombarding us with. You know what I'm saying? We have to get over this particular hijack. You think we playing when we say that they dropping blood on you? Man, this is why we do it live, man. Hold up. This is why we do it live. Man. Y'all just flow with me. There's no point into waiting for certain things you can't wait for. Certain things people got to know. No matter what we talking about, we got to know the drop, man. Yeah, y'all get that 200 service cracking, man. Get your whole libraries tuned up, man. And, we enjoy doing it for you. Again, I told you Francisco's all up in that history of the American Indians. Second Commandment. Some fun short film drop for the artistes, for the little ones. Man, Underground Nest. That's all I'm going to say about that. Love to Michelle. Beautiful thing. All right, man, where we at? Getting to the root. Continuation. They were white and they were slaves. Talking about the Barbary. Get the drop, man. All right. Y'all think I'm just bullshitting you when I say they are dropping blood on you? Go back in our show archives. Look at that listen to the 5 hour long radio show. Silas Nehemiah, Rah the Great D Will, Political Mike, man. Drop nothing but just truth, energy on you. Frequency bombs, all right? On exactly what they're dropping. We had a whole list of it. And part of it was desiccated blood. And everybody's like, what? And now, listen for yourself. I mean, yeah, this got everything to do with Akakor. Let go. This is fallen angel shit. Oh, what's in your sky, people? What are they hiding? What is popping in your sky? And what's falling down on you?
Check this stuff out, you guys. This is from Ladrick. I don't know what it is, but I know this has happened. And one of the things that they're saying that they're putting in these chemtrails is blood. I know, right? Why would they be putting... And one of the things that they're saying that they're putting in these chemtrails is blood. I know, right? This is from Ladrick. I don't know what it is, but I know this has happened. And one of the things that they're saying that they're putting in these chemtrails is blood. I know, right? Why would they be putting blood up there? I wonder if it's to collect the iron oxide. But again, this is a flight, a FedEx flight that's just getting hammered by chemtrailers. Try to tell me that chemtrailing isn't real, man. Really? Dude, go check out Dane Whittington and all the videos that he's done on this thing. But still, this is just unexcusable in my opinion. Unexcusable.
Look at the color of the smoke.
That's the one that's said to be having blood in its trail. That's the one that's said to be having blood in its trail.
Blood.
Excusable. Look at that. That's the one that's said to be having blood in its trail.
Is it play? Or is it blood? We dropped this over a year ago. 2 years ago. Something like that. Why would they be dropping blood? Why would these angels do that? Now you see they had to keep climbing altitude and dropping altitude because these planes were flying at civilian levels that didn't even have transponders. They had to dodge these things. These are another entity doing this stuff. Now what are they terraforming? Why would you drop blood in the atmosphere? Tell me one good thing about blood falling on you and your children. You want to go out and have a good night, a good walk, a good night out. You're just inhaling this shit. It's falling right to you. Aluminum and barium attacking your heart, attacking your brain. Alzheimer's started shooting up. Brain disease, heart disease shot up when they started doing this. You are being fumigated. You are being poisoned. Do you care? Or are you just going to just whatever? I'll raise my child to be president. Raise your child to be president. They're dropping poison on you now. You have to get out of her to think this is okay with your environment. Your ancestors wouldn't think this was okay. Fall back, go to sleep. Yeah, they dropping blood on you, man. So I said dodge the hijack. I mean, we just talking about Estefanico, man. Remember, he died in Ha We Cool. You know, we clicked it before. What is Ha We Cool? Ha We Cool ruins. Ha We Cool. Zuni, a national historic landmark located 12 miles southwest of Zuni. Remember this Zuni Pueblo, New Mexico, on the Zuni Indian Reservation. It is included within the Zuni Cibola complex, a larger national historic landmark district that includes other ruins as well. Cibola or Kalelus. Cibola or Kalelus, flow with me. Now you see right here it says Marcus Niza, and something else in like look like Latin. All right, but see this Marcus Niza. That ain't me, but that's somebody named Marcus Niza. Cibola, flow with me. Zuni Cibola complex, a larger historic landmark district that includes other ruins they're calling them, right? Cities, other cities as well. All right, Huwanaku is one of the largest of the Zuni Pueblos, or first peoples of the time of the Spanish Entrada invasion. It was founded around 1400 AD. So this particular stronghold was set up around 1400 AD. It was the first pueblo to be visited and conquered by Spanish explorers. So when the Spaniards got here, this was the first spot to be rolled up on, people. Now, what's so important about this location? Ha we ku hawa, ha we ku hawa. Well, it's within the Cibola. What's so important about Cibola? If you remember, Cibola. All right, pull up this Forbidden Histories. We're on page 43 of the doc. All right, here are some examples. Page 36 of the book, page 43 of the doc. All right, so they say Cibola or Kalelus. All right, right quick. Let me just skip ahead, just to make sure we clear. Kalelus. Remember the Theodorus? We got into that. 775. All right, Ame'rican, also known as Nehemiah, in 775. Let's get it bigger. He and his brothers were great Davidic princesses, line of David. In 775, Theodoric reconquered the American Empire of Kalalus in 775. Kalalus, you say? What's this Kalalus? Oh, in the article, it tells of Kalalus meaning promised land. In one sense, and under Calix, which is the land of America. Now we talk about these Israelite kings here in 775, who they're calling the Jewish king of Septimania, also known as Nehemiah, or Ame'rican, or Ame'rican, or Ame'rican. Now, he reconquered it in 775, but Kalalus before that was ruled by, before he had to reconquer it, he was ruled by his former ancestor, Solomon the Builder, Sylvanus Texas. So Solomon the Builder was ruling it. Somehow it got taken in other hands, and then Theodoric, Ame'rican, Nehemiah, the Western Exilarch, the Davidic warrior prince, Davidic prince, Exilarch, reconquered it in 775. Now, what part of that history do you have in your history book? And why is it forbidden history of the Americas? 775, the American Empire of Kalalus. And the Kalalus is what? Kalalus meaning promised land. Let's go back. Cibola or Kalalus. Even in the 1700s, it is quite obvious they were lacking in this seeming well-guarded secret of the land of Kalalus, or promised land, or Cibola. And when you get back, when we drop in that series, we also connected Cibola to we'll get, go in that series and you'll see how that's connecting to Shimbala or Shabala, and all that they're looking for, the Tibetan stuff is all right here. But it's your promised land, so-called Negro, land of Kalalus, Cibola or Shimbala, Kalalus, promised land. Let's go back. Hawiku is the promised land. Within, or at least a part of it, right? It says within. All this is the look, you're in it. You're just in bullshit cities, and you think that it should be a bunch of concrete and skyscrapers. You forgot about your mountains being trees. You forgot about yourself. You forgot about your mother. You forgot about your father. You forgot about your vibration. Now you want to be a part of her? You want to be recognized by her? You need to be recognized in Shimbola, Cibola, in the promised land. That's your recognition. It is included within the Zuni Cibola complex. Estevanico, a North African slave assigned to Fray Marcos de Niza's expedition, was the first non-native to visit Hawiku in 1539. Wait, so he was the first non-native. As a Moor, they're calling him a non-native. They're saying, nah, Moor, you ain't native to all of this. You from Morocco. Or you're from Mars, Or you from Moab. But is that your land right here? I mean, can you claim Moab without claiming the energy of the land that Moab is on. You can't be in Moab representing a hijack, a shamash, a kamash. You can't be representing Thoth in Moab, yo. You know why? Because Moab is Moab, Utah, and Utah is New Mexico, and New Mexico is Arizona. All that is a land. All that land never separated itself. You're separating it in your head. This is how you want to separate it from Ham to Cush. You know, I'm not, you know I'm talking. You know who I'm talking to. Oh, this is Ham, and this is his son Cush. Father and son. See? No. You need to represent the creator of this land. Where is that in this picture? Nothing but celestial Atlantean hijack. Bullshit. Sorry, y'all. You know what I'm talking about. Hawanaku. So this Estebanako, this Esteban, child of the sun, died in Hawiku as the first non-native Moor to visit. He died 1539. Says he was killed when he unwittingly alarmed Zuni tribesmen or the native people or the indigenous people there with decorations that symbolize death. He tried to bring them a hijack and they killed his ass. You know? Francisco Vasquez's dead Coronado conquered. This is what we got. We're getting this Coronado. So I said, pull that up out the library. Conquered the Pueblo in 1540. All right, conquered the indigenous. Conquered the autochthon. Conquered the copper color in 1540. Hoping it was one of the legendary 7 cities of gold. He recorded its native name at the time as Cevola. See what that V? C-E-V? Right here. C-E-V-O-L-A. Cevola. And you see right here, Marcus Netzas. This is his expedition. This is what we're reading about. Marcos de Netzas. So you see how we connected. You know, again, Drop Nation, you are incredible. These are, you know, Tony Snow and my sister Selma do not know each other. They both sent me these links at the same time. So all praise the creator. Wow. We just talking about how we cool. So Francisco conquered this particular part of the promised land, hoping it was one of the legendary 7 cities of gold. He recorded its native name at the time, Cevola, though others have accompanied him, wrote it as Cibola in their accounts. It has been conjectured that this name comes from a word meaning buffalo. Coronado was severely disappointed by the lack of gold, but wrote that so he couldn't find it. It wasn't a lack of gold, it's just that he couldn't find it. As far as I can tell, these Indians worship water. Yeah, because, you know, he doesn't see the idols, right? So, you know, it must be water. Because it makes the corn grow and sustains their life. Oh, maybe they worship in the energy of the water. But maybe in his abstraction, he's only seeing them worshiping the water. When they're worshiping the energy that is sustaining their life. That's the flow. About the Pueblo, he reported that although they are not decorated with turquoises nor made of lime or gold or good bricks, nonetheless they are very good houses. They are very good houses with 3, 4, 5 stories. So he's finding 5-story houses, acting like he's disappointed. Where there are very good apartments and some very good rooms, underground kivas, paved, which are made for winter and have something like hot baths. Kivas. Let me click on that. You know, we're just getting some background drop. Is a room used by Puebloans for religious rituals and political meetings. So this is when they got their sacred places. He's talking about their sacred places, many of them associated with Kachina, the Kachina belief system. Right? Among the modern Hopi and most other Pueblo peoples, kivas are square, walled, and underground. So I just want to get a background. So when they talking that talk, They're just talking about secret places, sacred places, paved, which are made for winter and have something like hot baths. So they got hot baths underground made for the winter time, and they're sacred places in Cibola. And remember, Cibola is Kalelus, the promised land, which is all these four corners is talking about. That's what the fight is, people. They're fighting for your land, so they're trying to keep you asleep while the other tribes wake up and do land rights on your ass, man. In 1628, the mission La Purísima Concepción de Huánuco was established. The Spanish attempted to suppress the Zuni religion and induce the encomienda forced labor system. In 1632, the Huánuco Zunis rebelled, burned the church. All right, so they got their church burnt, their hijacks were burnt, and killed the priest. I'm pretty sure they were rocking no hijacks allowed. They said, get the fuck out of here. Get your ass out of here. I mean, that's why Estevanico got it, you know, with his decorations of death, they said. Now they turned and burned the church, killed the priest. Nat Turner style. 1672, the church was burned again by Apache raiders. And it was burned a final time in 1680 during the Great Pueblo Revolt, when all the Nuevo Mexico pueblos rose against the Spaniards. After this revolt, Huánuco was permanently abandoned. And then they excavated the ruins in 1917. All right. So, man, let me click on the Zuni Cibola complex, which comprises Huánuco, Yellow House, Quequiboa, and Great Kivas, sacred places, is a set of sites near Zuni, New Mexico. It was declared a National Historic Landmark in 1974. So they just hijacked this stuff, declared it a national landmark in the 70s. The Zuni Cibola complex comprises a series of sites of the Zuni reservation containing house, ruins, kivas, sacred places, pictographs, petroglyphs, trash mounds, and a mission church and a convent. All right, so we see where the hijack came in, because we know they burnt down these churches. They have proven to be an important source of material providing evidence for the fusion in prehistoric times of Mogollon and Anasazi traits that led in subsequent centuries to a distant Zuni culture. And of course, they're going to give you some, hijack, 1903 Zuni girl, all right? Zuni, Ashiwi, formerly spelled Zuni, are federally recognized. All right, so they're putting the Zuni on there, and it looked like a hijack, and that's what it looked like. So, you know what I'm saying, you got to dodge to take the Zuni off and just flow with your Cibola. Because when you flow with your Cibola, let's get our flow back while we flowing with our Cibola. Let's get our flow back while we flow with our Cibola. Yeah. We're just talking Cibola, man. Pull this link up right quick, and we'll get into a little bit of this episode 7, man, from the cities of gold. It gets realer and more high tech, y'all. So from the city of Mexico to the Grand Canyon of Colorado and the Buffalo Plains of Texas, Kansas and Nebraska. All right. George wins with the maps. All right, let's go quickly. We're going to probably do a whole series on this. I'm going to let you know right now about the journey of Coronado. Let me get a little bit of the intro and, show y'all what we're talking about. Right here. You already see it pop up. Eventually, other streams showed them the way out to a level district crossed by well-worn trails which led them toward the 7 cities of Cibola or Kalelus or the Promised Land. So could your Promised Land be broken up into 7 cities? And is that what he meant by the high priest of Heba or Sheba, hid the gold in 7 cities and, you know, put some energy, yada, 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 yada. Now, could these be fallen angels doing this? Or could it be, you know, that your promised land is broken up? Who knows? But it looks like they are all looking for these 7 cities of gold or 7 cities of Cibola. Whose gold is it? You already know it's yours. So either way, this should interest you. Now, these were the goal of whose fame they had heard from the Franciscan friar Marcos of Nice. Again, Marcus Niza. So if you got both docs up, this is page 43 here in the Forbidden Histories of America. And we're just on page, you know, right in the intro. Page 6 right here, right? Of the 1540 to 1542 doc. So these were the goal of whose fame they had heard from the Franciscan friar Marcos of Nice, who had viewed them from a distant hill top 2 years previously, and who now accompanied the expedition as guide and chaplain. It was perhaps July 4th that Coronado drew up his force in front of the first of the 7 cities. So he just came up with all his forces and said, all right, the first of the 7 cities, let's go. And that's what we're getting into this Hawiku. So I just found this doc, stumbling across, looking for something. And it's amazing how this doc lines perfectly up with this doc from Tony Snow, with this Estevanico the Moor, lining perfectly up with Selma's drop right here at the Forbidden Histories, that she said she had to go on the low score to find this joint, man. So go ahead and download it as soon as you can. We're just talking about Calais Loose, man. Cibola, man. 7 cities. And after a sharp fight, forced his way into the stronghold, the stone and adobe built pueblo of Hawiku, whose ruins can still be traced on a low hillock a few miles southwest of the village now occupied by New Mexican Zuni Indians. Now occupied. You see how they just gave away? They hijacked? They just gave away their Ghost Rider, yo. So now they just pretty much tell you that they're now occupied by the New Mexican Zuni Indians. But that's not the original autochthon. That's not the original, you know what I'm saying, is Israel. You know what I mean? Those that are occupying the promised land, that's not the, that's not, look, we just got all this. And again, you know, let me just show you a couple things real quick. We're just talking Cibola. Again, it's spelled with a V right here. We're talking Granata. They called it New Granata. And all this is what? Utah? Man, Utah, New Mexico, all that is all the same. Granata Nova. Granata. Granata Nova at California. It's all connected. And here's this, you know, water that they're talking about. Utah right here. Utah's filled with these sacred trees and water. Granata Nova map. They're talking about a lake at 5,600 elevation. Remember the king of Septimania? Theodorus, Nehemiah, Davidic warrior, Sept, Granata with Septimania. That just hit me. That's talking about the 7 cities of gold. Whoa. That just connected for me in real time. You know how October should be the 8th month because it's Oct. So Sept, you have 7. You have 7. And someone kept asking me, what's this Sept? I keep seeing Septimania on things, and Septimania is referring to the 7 cities of Cibola. Granada. Remember Columbus said, when I came here to Granada, I started collecting all these, you know, authorities and manuscript about Jerusalem. He's talking about the promised land. He's already in it. Or he's having manuscripts that's referring to it. Now check it. me go back over here. Back over here. Alright. Man, just flow with me, because, you know, these two series are merging, as you see in real time. Let me get it from right here. Alright, we're going to get into this Lady of Elch. Somehow that's going to play. It says, bust or two or more other sculptures have been found in Spain, not matching with any other historical archaeology and laying quick blame on the Iberians as the possible makers. Was it, in fact, one of many artifacts brought back from Calelus, America? You know how we surf the wave and we say, man, the artifacts that they're putting in museums over there are ones that they dug up here. We're seeing our artifacts come out of here. Now you see that this is the promised land here. And all you got to do, so-called Negro, copper-colored race, seeds of the Creator, seeds of the Creator planted a long time ago, is come home within yourself, return, hijack free, assemble, be tribal, brought back, or was it one of the many artifacts brought back from Calelus, America to Septimania, 7 cities, long before the wars in Septimania, and buried in the rubble? So they're saying some of these artifacts could have, you know, been brought a long time ago from Calelus, and now they got buried in the rubble over there because they were stolen over here during one of the wars that took place when? Remember the 775 and all that with Theodore Roos and how he reconquered America, or Calelus. Brought back to Septimania long ago, before the wars in Septimania, buried in the rubble, only to emerge in the late 1800s and supposed to have been made in Spain because it was found there, not because it's from there. Let's go. Now let me go back. Yeah, let me get some of that too. Get some of that. So again, Calelus meaning promised land. Calelus records speak of Theodore Roos as the leader of many peoples who leave the Roman or Roma or Romani India, Roma India lands for Calelus, America. So he's the leader of many peoples. You, the Israelites. He was the leader of the Israelites. The Calelus records speak of Theodore Roos as the leader of many peoples, Israelites, who leave the Romani India lands for Calelus in 775. He was returning. How do you know? Keep reading. Theodore Roos is none other than the Jewish or Israelite king of Septimania, the 7 cities of gold, or 7 cities of Cibala or Shambhala, a Roman Jewish state in southern France. They're saying, but that's just what? Canada to these people. It's all here. He is the son of the first Israelite king. Every time I see Jewish, I'm just going to say it because I want to deprogram you. Because that's what we're talking about. There ain't no Jewish here, there, conquering lands as the king of Septimania. So he was the first Israelite king of these 7 cities of Cibala, Septimania, also called Theodoric, Theory, America, Ame'rican, de Narbonne, Marhier, Todros, Rus. He is a Rus. Clan Ross, Rus. Theodore Rus. Diedrek Theodoric, Ameri, Chetif, Nehemiah, Naaman, Amor Ben Amir is also known as Theodoric. So he is a Moor, but he is not the same Moor as is claiming this picture here, or else he wouldn't be conquering this as a Israelite king. back to his promised land of Kalalus. He's clearly not saying, yeah, this is Ham, sure. Oh, yeah, sure, that's Ham. Okay, that's Cush. So where should I go as an Israelite king? Clearly, he's not a Moor rocking with this, distortion of your land that's not representing your creator or you. Alright, so the Western Exarch Davidic Prince, we're just talking Kalalus, Solomon the Builder. Now, my tea. I'm gonna go to sleep. Try to shake this off, man. Shake it on off. Nah, I've been excited, man. I've been just excited, you know what I'm saying? Just filled with energy, and we all been getting through a lot together, so I hope you feel it. So Kalalus was ruled by Sylvanus Totectus, Solomon the Builder, the hereditary ruler of this former Israelite-ruled Romani India colony. Kalalus, the Promised Land, was founded in the 1st century BC by the Babylonian Israelite exarchs during Babylonian captivity, known as Sylvanus Ogam or Sylvanus Brabo, Solomon II, Babylonian exarch, Nasi of Mara, ruler of Sumor, Somerset in Britain, a great Roman Israelite ruler, Romani, Indian Israelite. So Roman Jewish is code word for Indian Israelite. So from now on, when they put that together to confuse you, I'm going to unconfuse you with Indian. Roma is Romani. Remember how we broke it down before. Like it's the first time. Meet the Roma, 2,000 years ago, the first Indians to go to Europe. So the term Rome or Roma has been hijacked from these Indians. And where? Northern India. Historians and geneticists is lying in Northern India. So I'll leave this link again for you to go through, but I'm going quickly. So when you hear Roma, I'm just saying Indian. When you hear Jewish, I'm just saying Israelite. All right, so let's go. Great Indian Israelite ruler, all right, soldier and ancestor of the Swan Knights. So there are good knights and there's bad knights. Barber Hat Katsi. He's also had a fleet of trading vessels known as the ships of Solomon. We're just talking about Solomon the Builder. We're talking about the 700s, man. We're talking about the timelines, man. Now, which one of these add up? Which one did they find and push back in the timeline? What are we talking about? We're talking about a portion of your actual history, your actual story that's never been broken down for you clearly before. And we're trying to get some babies so we can connect with what we got. The ships are shaped like a swan with its sails like the wings of a beautiful gliding white swan. After the defeat of Sylvanus Totectus, the members of the royal family were sent back to Europe. Wow. Now you got these pigs going to Europe. Now they're trying to, the Irish there are trying to make these people, make the pigs, make this royal seed marry into their women so that they can start a matriarchy. And that's what they did. They would merge, whatever they conquered, whatever the case was. And then they would, have these Israelite royal seeds marry their women. And that's when they started their matriarchies, and we got our own bloodline, our own royal seed. They went back to Europe. The royal family were sent back to Europe. The royal family of Solomon. The Israelite Indian colonies here in Kalalus, the Promised Land, were sent back to Europe when they were under the protection of Nehemiah Theodore Roos, Ross, and his family. The legends of Ogir the Dane, son of Gofred, Kadrod, and Dune of Mayinz actually refer to the Tuatha de Danaan or Danaan, who are also known as Mananan or Maine. What up, Maine? So you got Maine of America. The Irish legend of Ragamon also alludes to his family. Now, Israel III went south to the Toltec lands. We're talking about the descendants of the Solomon the Builder, the Sylvanus of Texas. Israel III went south to the Toltec lands of Mexico, and his grandson, Mahir Ame'ric. All right, same lineage. Ame'ric, Ame'rican, Ame'ric. Was the grandfather of Tolpitzin, Israel VII, Edwa, priest of Quetzalcoatl. We kept going back and forth. Is Quetzalcoatl a hijack? Is he some type of Thoth sun situation? Or is this serpent rod referring to the higher vibration that devours the venomous snakes? A higher level or energy, when we talk about this serpent energy, a different reflection of it that we've been given that devours the venomous snakes, just like Moses' staff did. Is this Quetzalcoatl representative of this Israelite, priest here? And now we have this Ame'ric Israelite king, grandfather of Tolpitzin, Israel, who's Israel the seventh, Edwa. So he's the grandfather of Tolpitzin, who's the priest of Quetzalcoatl, who left Cholula for Rhode Island, in about 1000 AD. Did you know that? 1000 AD, they just rolled up on you, and this is what was going down. This is the forbidden history. He rejoined the remnant of the Rhodans, who he led east, and then back to Europe, and some of the Latin Israelite Rhodans, these are all Israelites, settled in northwestern Spain, where as trained warriors they were welcome in the fight to preserve the freedom of northwestern Spain from the Muslims. So they were not getting down with those Moors. Rodrigo El Cid was Tolpitzin's great-grandson. Tolpitzin's son was called Lane Calvo Lancelin of Calalus, or Lancelot. So he's a member of the Swan Knights, and now you got this knight Lancelin of Calalus, my people, is right in front of you. Lachlan. Rodrigo El Cid and his father Diego Lainez. Jacob married into the David Exarch family of Barcelona and Est. His daughter Maria Rodriguez was the wife of Raymond Berenger the fourth. Arnold, Count of Barcelona, descended in the direct male line of Gubilin, Gul, Albert, Bilun, Yakar, Ben Judah, son of Judah, of Narbonne, the youngest son, Markir, Todros, Ross of Septimania. So Judah is the youngest son of this Septimania, king of Septimania, Todros. Come on, man. Lane Calvo's sister, Xmena of Calalus, married Ferdinand Nunez of the Counts of Amaya family. Some genealogists have confused the ancestors of the family of the LCD. Man, and I want to go on, but I want to keep this, man, back to the Estavanico. And we were talking about the Zuni and the Sabala. So that's some backstory on the 7 cities. The king of Septimania, 775. Theodorus, Ame'ric, Nehemiah, Sylvanus, Totexas, Solomon the Builder. All connected, man, back to this Hawanaku. Hawiku, Hawa. All connected back to this Estavanico, a northern African slave. Alright. Whew. That was just the intro. Alright, that was just the intro. So let's go. I want to get into it now that we got some backstory on Esteban, child of the sun. Alright, so keep those links up in case we need to refer to them. I want to get into this first. I'm going to do a recap on this 3-minute joint, because it's going to give you all the drop. We're on episode 7. This is episode 37. So it's 3 minutes of this left to AD. And yeah, I'm just gonna let you flow with it, and then we're gonna go. So this gives you all the drop on basically how the shit seemed to have gone down, just like that there.
All around us will explain it all to you. In the past, there was...
There we get.
Listen and I will tell you. These books all around us will explain it all to you. In the past, there was once an empire in the heart of that western ocean known as the Pacific, the Empire of Hiva. Thanks to the power of the sun, which they had learned how to control, the people of Hiva led peaceful lives and prospered. At the same time, another civilization, Atlantis, existed to the east on the edge of the Atlantic Ocean. The people of Atlantis also knew how to use the power of the sun, and they built a magnificent empire too.
So they can harness the sun's energy for positive things and for destruction.
And one day, a terrible war broke out between them. The cause was so trivial, history doesn't even record it. Was so trivial, history doesn't even record it.
One more time.
Then one day, a terrible war broke out between them. The cause was so trivial, history doesn't even record it.
I mean, really? Really? History doesn't even record it? Or is there a gap in this history that we have to find a way to sink both continents? Let's make a mega war. Now, what's the drop? You know the drop. The Creator destroyed these lands. They can't say the Creator destroyed this shit. They have to say, we had a war. We have no idea why, but all these mega continents with mega technology disappeared. But we don't even know what started it. It's so trivial. They're calling the Creator trivial right in your face. Oh, the cause is so trivial. History doesn't even record it. These fallen angels are laughing at the Creator right in his face. Whatever you destroyed us for was so trivial, we don't even have a record of it.
A war broke out between them. The cause was so trivial, history doesn't even record it.
Look at the technology.
This war went on for years and years because the opponents had equal strength. Until the day when their armies first used the weapons of the sun.
The sun weapons.
This was how those two great civilizations disappeared, engulfed by waves, swallowed up in the oceans to lie at the bottom of the sea forever. But the Emperor of Hiva had foretold this catastrophe.
Prophecy.
Before the tragic end of his people, he had 7 cities of gold built in different places around the world.
7 cities of gold built in different places around the world.
And in each one, he placed a great treasure, a source of energy like that in the heart of the sun.
Some super duper sun energy is placed in each one of them. So are they after the gold or your energy?
In time, the cities of gold were hidden beneath the surface of the earth and protected by indestructible doors which only the 2 medallions of the sun can open. After the Empire of Hiva had been destroyed, everyone forgot about those medallions.
Now you see how this place is being rocked? Does this look like the same war that they just showed you? Oh, look at the war. We don't even know what happened. It was so trivial, but the island sunk. No, now they're showing you how the island really sunk. The creator lit that shit up. He lit it up. Plato writes about it. Everything shaking, the ground, earth, all this. It was a supernatural event. Not their war, but the result of it. The actual sinking of these places was a supernatural or a very natural event. Out of order. Order over chaos. Let's get it back.
Being destroyed, everyone forgot about those medallions.
Medallions, there we go. Do you think Esteban the Moor had the medallion? Huh?
Years passed, centuries passed. Many new civilizations were created to the east and in the west.
New civilizations.
Ancient empires had nearly faded completely. And then, as if by some magic, once again the two medallions reappeared in the world. One of them was handed down in the family of an Inca priest who lived.
Now you know this girl was a melanated young princess of Inca, the son of a high priest here. But she has a medallion.
By the western seas. That is the one that Zia wears today. The second medallion fell into the hands of a man who came...
Esteban, the North African Moroccan. Look how they depict this guy. He has a medallion. This non-native that died in Hawiku, in Cibola, Shimbala, Shabala, the Promised Land, New Mexico, Four Corners, Wakey Wakey. He has a medallion.
From the great seas to the east and found its way to Esteban. Today, these two keys are united, although that may seem almost impossible. But this was not a mere chance. It is written.
It is written that the Moor will have the medallion, but the Moor, Estebanico, let me go back, Estebanico, North African slave, Morocco, died in 1539. So what did he accomplish with this medallion? However, man, I mean, he had some drop. I mean, he did get into the city. He was the first, what they call non-native, to enter this city of Hawiku. So, you know, hey, Arabanized black or more, black or more, black or more. You already know, right? So let's take that drop. Let's go right into episode 7. And yeah, man, put on your rain boots, get some of this drop. I love y'all. This is a great series. Really enjoy it. You know, I enjoy everything we do, man. And you know, thank y'all for making this energy really prosper, because it is wake up season. It is redemption season. So let's get this episode 7. Let's go.
It is the 16th century. From all over Europe, great ships sail west to conquer the new world, the Americas. The men eager to seek...
Conquer the promised land, right? What did Columbus say? I'm going to America to reconquer the holy city in Mount Zion. Reconquer the holy city in Mount Zion. Reconquer Cibola, the 7 cities. Reconquer the promised land, Kalalus. Oh, you didn't know that Theodore Roosevelt already recaptured it as the Israelite king in 775. So maybe Columbus is coming with his more to get it back for who? Morocco. To get the holy city back for what? Morocco. So he's the first Moor to come over here, and then he dies right here in Hawiku in New Mexico. Man, come on, man. Let's surf the wave. Get that Chronicle of Akakor up out the library. About to go in there. Make our dismount. But let's enjoy this first. I'll fall back and enjoy with y'all.
Their fortune to find new adventures in new lands. They long to cross uncharted seas and discover unknown countries. To find secret gold on a mountain trail high in the Andes. They dream of following the path of the setting sun that leads to El Dorado and the mysterious cities of gold.
Children of the sun, see your time has just begun. Searching for your ways through adventures every day and night. With the condor in flight, with all your friends in tow, you search for the cities of gold. Wishing for the cities of gold. Someday we will find the cities of gold.
Cities of gold. Gold. The cities of gold. Hey man, that's the catchiest damn dopest song of all time. Let's go.
Among the Galapagos, Esteban and Zia find a young boy.
Now you saw the tree, right? They living in the tree. Let's go.
Living all alone. Tao. His ancestors left a magnificent ship hidden in a temple on the island, which contains their ancient secret knowledge. Esteban and Zia want to use the ship to reach the mainland.
Here, why don't you put on these clothes, Esteban? Yours are all ripped up.
Thanks, Tao.
Tell me, Esteban, what is that around your neck?
I don't know. I was wearing it when Mendoza rescued me 12 years ago. Look, Z has one just like it. But mine has a piece missing. Mendoza took half of it when he saved me. Ever since, he's tried to get Zia to tell him where it's from.
You must keep the secret no matter what. Don't ever tell Mendoza.
My father, the high priest of the cities of gold, told me this.
And that's just what Mendoza wants to know.
Look, the sail, that fanier is starting to move.
Yes, well, now it's up to us to discover how it works. Let's see this lever.
Pulls up the anchor.
Fantastic. Those people of Hiva were real geniuses.
Say, Mendoza, where are they now, all those people from the kingdom of Hiva? Are they hiding someplace?
That's what I'd like to know. One thing is certain. Tao is truly one of them.
Have you found where the gold is hidden?
Not yet, Pedro. At least we have met some pretty remarkable children. Esteban, who can command the sun, Zia, who knows the way to the cities of gold, Tao, his extraordinary ship.
Oh, I can see it now. Hundreds, thousands of gold pieces. They're all mine.
We're not there yet, Pedro. Calm down.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. I feel as light as a feather just thinking about all that gold. What do we find first? Doubloons, Rubik's, diamonds.
But Pedro, what are you doing on the floor?
Where did you come from?
I've been inspecting the ship. You know how many cabins there are? Guess. You'll never get guess. A Takana will take days and days.
So they're in a real ship, people. A supersonic space, ship that they, they're on the water, but they ain't never seen no ship like this before. From this ancient high-tech kingdom. Okay, they're inspecting it. It's like a mansion on wheels, or on the water. It's something that they've never seen before. So whatever they're from, whatever you're from, so-called Negro, talking to my homie in the back with the headphones, you, my bro, come from high tech. Now, we don't have to let it destroy us like it destroyed our ancestors. We are the remnant. We have order over chaos.
Burning it all down. I don't understand.
I don't want to come back here. I'm leaving this island forever.
Me too, me too.
Right, let's go.
Man, my man Tal burnt down the whole treehouse, man. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look like a cruiser. Like you're going on a cruise today. This is what they found in the temples here. Look at this.
Farewell forever, farewell. No, till we meet again. Goodbye. That's strange. I get the feeling that all the animals understand. Of course they do.
Look at this ship they found, man.
Isn't this a clever gadget? Look, all you have to do is turn the wheel and the ship changes course.
It's charge our flight. The two of us can run the ship.
No, I'm afraid not. It isn't quite as easy as that, Sancho.
Damn, so they say that their whole comprehension of navigating with that wheel came from this ancient technology of these Kawam copper-colored people.
What do you have there? Tao, can you actually read that book? Can you understand all those symbols?
Yes, of course I can. After all, this is the language of my own people.
Yes, of course, I was forgetting.
All right, Tal, we're coming out of the bay.
In that case, set course towards the east.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Look at this shit, yo. Is it play? You think they just made this up in 1982 and aired it in Tokyo? They just found you here. This ain't Star Trek, man. Wow. Whoa. Any questions? I mean, you know, a golden cube in a ship buried in a temple here in Mexico. And now they're going east, where? To South America. So when they say they came from the east, they're just talking east, South America, east, Atlantis. All that is east before you get to so-called Africa, people. So you need to exist in your world here. They found you in a new world. A new world like the other new worlds.
Well, a curious sort of construction. I don't see any way in.
what you say about Mendoza is true? I can feel it. He's friendly enough now, but as soon as we reach the new continent, he'll abandon us, I'm sure of it.
Mendoza.
I don't understand why you speak like that about Mendoza. You'll never convince me he wants to betray us. I'd say the only thing that interests him is gold. He won't care what happens to us once he has found what he's after.
Word.
He'll betray us all right, like all Spaniards. No, you're only imagining that. Am I? Sorry, I was forgetting that you're Spanish. But then again, you're the exception that proves the rule. There's only one thing I want to find. My father's country.
He's the exception because he's a Moor.
Again. I don't care about gold at all. Yes, I know. Very soon we'll reach the new continent. It's all I can think about now. By the way, where has Tao disappeared to? For the last 3 days he's been exploring the ship. He's gone all over it. I don't think he's had a wink of sleep since we've left.
If my calculations are right... its length is... Maybe you think that's funny. That hurt, you know.
I'm sorry, Tao. Don't you think you're wasting too much time with all this?
Whatever it takes, I have to find out what this ship is made of and how it works. It's my own way of getting to know my ancestors.
Did you know Mendoza thinks that the ship is too big for the size of its sail, and if anybody attacked us, we'll be overtaken in no time?
Don't worry, Mendoza doesn't know much about it. I read the whole book. The sun will come to our rescue if we need it. So far, I don't know exactly what that means. The ship is so full of secrets. I studied the whole thing, how to handle the sails, the rudder, the designs, but there's one part I just can't explain at all.
Oh?
It's below, in the middle of the ship, but there's no entrance and no door to it.
Oh? Is this it?
Yes, I've been all around it. There's no door, no window.
Yes, you're right. Just smooth walls, no opening at all.
Maybe you can get in from another room.
Oh? And what is that thing up there?
I don't know. Looks like some kind of decoration.
I saw the same thing on the prow and the door to the command bridge.
Anyway, I'm sure there's something very important hidden in there. Even in the book, I couldn't find anything written about it.
Well, my little conspirators, am I barging in? I would like to know what is inside there, too. There's a faint sound coming from inside, like a machine of some sort. So what does Captain Tao make of it? If the captain doesn't know, how can we poor sailors guess?
Don't you worry about Captain Tao. He'll figure it out.
There is one way. We'll have to break into it with an axe. Then we know. Don't worry, Tao. I was only joking. If there is some sort of machinery inside, we mustn't risk damaging it. That would never do.
Mendoza, where were you? I've been looking for you everywhere.
What's the matter, Sancho? What is so urgent?
Come quick. There's a ship astern approaching us from the port side.
Ship? Good Lord. No doubt about it. It is the Spanish galleon.
What? Are you sure? We're Papal, like we were so close to the New World.
Well, that's why they're here, too. They must be taking arms and ammunition up to the garrison.
If they see us, what will we do?
Spaniard ship. This is all they knew. Now they're on some supersonic cruise ship.
Commander Gomez, how would you explain the loss of our ship to the governor? Pizarro will be furious about it, I know.
He will be furious about my not bringing him Zia. He was counting on her to show him the way to the cities of gold. And if he finds out that we lost that boy Esteban too in the shipwreck, a boy who could command the sun.
We could always say they were lost while trying to escape, or that they died of some seasickness. He can see that we're the sole survivors.
That's true, but no one can prove that we weren't. But the loss of little Zia will deprive him of an unimaginable fortune, and you know as well as I do what the governor thinks about gold. He can never have enough.
Ship ahoy! Unknown ship lying off the starboard bow!
That's not a Spanish ship. I've never seen a ship that size carrying so little sail. It's nowhere near enough.
Yet she seems headed for the same place as we are.
Perhaps she's a native ship secretly carrying gold.
For Pizarro, no doubt. Yet I don't believe the Incas are capable of building a ship that big. Tell me, how far are we from the port now, Captain?
Oh, with this wind, we should arrive before sunset.
We'll overtake that vessel, and then we'll know just who we're dealing with.
Yes, Commander.
Super ship.
Tao! The Spaniards are catching up with us!
It's now or never. I must understand this book. The sun will help us. That's all it says.
Hurry, Tao!
Pedal, you weren't hurt?
What? No warning? What? No manners? Brigands! Pirates!
That was only across our bow. Next time they'll aim straight at us.
They haven't acknowledged our warning shot.
I've never seen such a craft.
Shall we fire a broadside?
No, wait. We will just look her over first. Keep your course. We'll go alongside and examine her.
Maybe we ought to, you know.
Surrender or we'll send you to the bottom. Is that clear?
Look, you see, I...
Yes, but how could he? By dreaming or seeing ghosts? Oh. Ah, Zia. It's that girl, Zia. Senor Gomez. Senor Gomez. Zia, she's in there on that ship. I've seen her.
Zia? In that case, Captain, we have to try to take them alive.
They're going to sink us. Tao must do something right now. He's been looking at that book long enough. Let's go. We have no choice. We'll have to break into that sealed room right now. I think there may be some secret new weapons hidden away in there.
And you hope they're of gold.
Look, Tao, I don't think your ancestors would have been so stupid as to store gold in a place like that. No, I was thinking about that mysterious force that book talks about. Would you rather let the Spaniards capture Zia and find their way to the cities of gold?
Tao, let's try it, please.
All right, but...
Sancho, help them. You'll find an axe in the hold. Hurry now.
Aye, aye.
Run, Tao, every second counts.
Size comparison.
This side, Sancho.
I'll smash it. I'll smash... Oh. 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 I don't believe it. No, not a scratch on...
Wait! That thing up there. The more I look at it, the more I'm sure it's not an ornament.
We shouldn't have done it. It may be damaged forever.
There wasn't any door on.
The same lever we saw before.
Y'all still think they making shit up? You still think it's play?
Look at the sail.
High tech. found here in Kalelu.
But where did those oars come from?
Oh, Mendoza, there's some kind of devil driving this ship.
No, the strength of the sun is supplying all the power that we need.
Power grid on their ship, powering the ship. This is what they found here when they found you, Negro.
By all the gods! Did you see that? There must be 100 oarsmen moving that ship. I counted over 200. Fire! Go on, fire! They're getting away!
Aye, aye, sir. And the cannons! Stand and fire!
Peace.
Fire! Fire! Damn your eyes! Fire!
We're out of range. Fire away, gentlemen.
Esteban, they can't catch us now. We're much too fast for them.
It's because of the sail.
Now you two, tell me, what did you find inside that place?
I don't know. I just pulled the lever and then everything started up. That's all I know, Mendoza.
Incredible.
It is a devil's ship! It does not belong to this world, not mine!
Zia is behind the whole thing. She's got away from us again. At least we know one thing. They are alive, and we will find them again when they land, and then that ship won't be able to help them.
Power of the sun. So when they say power of the sun, they're talking about the solar technology, solar energy. You know what I mean? They can make it devilish. To them, it's devilish.
Everything stopped. The sun, did you see?
It's fantastic.
You can say that again.
It was just...
Because devils worship it doesn't make it devilish when we know our perspective, our orientation of what our energy is that created this particular soul, and that there were more, and that there's more. What's the first to die in your promised land? Hawaku? Sibola? Shimbala? I'm going to get more into this more. The Negro.
Just as the book said it would be.
The Negro.
I must admit the science your ancestors knew is way beyond anything I know.
One more time.
Everything stopped. The sun, did you see?
It's fantastic.
You can say that again.
It was just as the book said it would be.
Tom, I must admit the science your ancestors knew is way beyond anything I know.
The science your ancestors use is way beyond anything I know. Body bag.
If I'm not mistaken... Yes! Land over there, look!
South America.
The new continent! This time I'm gonna find my people.
It's enormous.
At last, it's even more beautiful beautiful than I'd remembered.
Look at their faces. Oh yeah, let's go.
After many adventures, Esteban and his friends finally land on the new continent. But they are on territory governed by Pizarro, who seizes Zia, knowing that she can lead him to the fabulous cities of gold.
Got jammed up.
Be sure to watch the next episode of The Mysterious Cities of Gold.
Esteban's ship had to brave storms and hurricanes and go through the Straits of Magellan to reach the Pacific coast of South America. But the Spaniards found another way to get to the land of the Incas. They crossed the Atlantic Ocean and landed at the exact place where the Panama Canal is today, and from there overland across the continent. The native word Panama means plenty of fish. This port was just a peaceful fishing village before the Spanish built a fortress here. From here, they shipped much of the stolen Inca gold back to Spain under the watchful eyes of French and English pirate ships. There were once grand warehouses piled high with treasure waiting for the Spanish galleons.
Been waiting on the hijacks.
Black slaves from Africa once lived and died.
Black slaves from Africa once lived and died? Or are they referring to the so-called black people that they found near the copper-colored races? Or are they referring to the Moors in Morocco, the Negro? Black slaves? I mean, they referred to Esteban as a black African slave, a Moor, coming with these Portuguese and Spaniards.
Just outside the modern city of Panama lies the ruins of the old city. In the 16th century, it was the center from which the valuable merchandise was shipped to Europe. Today, the world's trade makes use of the Panama Canal, built in this century to link the two oceans.
Even these ships don't compare.
Miles away are the little islands, 160 of them in all, which once gave shelter to pirate ships. Hidden among these islands, they would lie in wait to attack a Spanish galleon laden with gold. How many Spanish ships may still be lying at the bottom of the sea, sunk hundreds of years ago by pirates, with the treasure of the Incas spilling out on the seabed. Goodbye. Till next time.
Till next time. Let's go. Cities of gold. All right, man. Let's go fast before I dismount. We got a couple minutes, man. So one, I want to get back into what we pulled up here, get back into that 1542, that Coronado. He drew his force in front of the first of the 7 cities. All right, so they came to hijack the 7 cities. We know that. Now let's get into, I'm just going to show you an intro of this particular, here they got this map of the Coronado expedition right here. You see the 4 corners, Spanish explorers and missionaries all throughout California. You got Cortez in Mexico, De Leon, Columbus on this side, Columbus over here. Alright, then Soto over here. Alright, keep going. Try to get to the contents here so we know what to expect when we do drop this series, man. Itinerary of Coronado expeditions. I want to go right here. Treats of the way we first came to know about the 7 cities and how Nuno de Guzman made an expedition to discover them. Chapter 2 on how Francisco Vasquez Coronado came to be governor. And the second account which Cabeza Vaca gave, chapter 3, of how they killed the Negro Stephen Esteban at Cibola. And Friar Marcos returned in flight. Remember Marcos? You know, we got that on the map, the Cibola map. You know, so let's go. Stephen is Esteban, Cibola, the Negro, Stephen the Moor, Esteban, the Negro. They got a whole chapter on it. You know, we got to go right there. And then they got chapter 4 on how the noble Don Antonio de Mendoza. So here's how Mendoza's playing. Mendoza, see, they got all the drop right here, people. Y'all think it's play because it's a cartoon. They came in all the fucking drop of how the noble Don Antonio de Mendoza made an expedition to discover Cibola, Shambhala, Kelelus, the promised land, concerning the captains who went to Cibola. It's all about Cibola. Alright. Chapter 3. Alright, so I want to go, man. Let's just go. Let's just go. Because they got a lot of drop, man. Even, I mean, look, they got parts. This is the third part. Man. They got the translation of the letter from Mendoza to the king in April 17, 1540. The translation of the letters from Coronado to Mendoza, August 3rd, 1540. Mendoza plays, man. Friar. Alright. Man. Yeah, I hate these. How they be skipping pages on the good stuff, man. So, you know, they jam us up sometimes, man. Man, itinerary of the Coronado expedition. So it's going to break down the itinerary. Mendoza comes to Mexico as Viceroy. So he was the Viceroy of New Spain, which was here. Mendoza was the Viceroy. Cortez makes a settlement in Lower California, 1535. I'm trying to get into this Negro, man. I mean, it's a lot of drop here. I'm skipping it. Whew, man, it's hard to skip it. Let's go. I want to get into chapter 3. That's just all the preface. Let's go a little bit. And Friar Marcos Deniza plays. I saw something. Thought I saw something. Oh man. So much dropping here, man. The next day they entered the settled country in good order, and when they saw the first village, which was Cibola, Kelelus, such were the curses that some hurled at Friar Marcos, that I pray God may protect him from them. How we cool. That's how much curses was put upon these people. Somewhere else, you know, it broke down that Esteban was 4 out of 100 and something, or 400 people that died. Like, he was of the 4 survivors out of hundreds out of that particular, you know, expedition. He was one of 4 survivors, man, up until, you know, 1539. Let's see what chapter we're in here. Come on. Oh, whoa. Chapter 10. Nah, let's go back. Too far. Oh, man. All right. Chapter 2. Okay. All right. Getting there. Negro. I know I saw a Negro somewhere. Alright. So Friar Marcos of Nice, a regular priest, and another Friar Daniel, a lay brother, and the other Friar Antonio de Santa Maria, when he reached the province of Colican, all the same Kelelus, he sent the friars just mentioned and the Negro who was named Stephen. The Negro who was named Stephen off to search of that country, because Friar Marcos offered to go and see it because he had been in Peru at the time Don Pedro de Alvarado went there overland. It seems that after the friars I have mentioned and the Negro had started, the Negro did not get on well with the friars, because he took the women that were given him and collected turquoises and got together a stock of everything. So he was taking women, he was disrespectful. This Moor, Esteban, Stephen the Negro, and the Moor, besides the Indians in those places through which they went, got along with the Negro better because they had seen him before. This was the reason he was sent on ahead to open up the way. This Moor was sent ahead to open up the way, this child of the sun, and pacify the Indians. He was sent to pacify you so that when the others came along,